I am shaking, Wolf. I am so excited for this ace match to see which player will take it home for their team. Up here at the top right. He's on a killing spree. Slayer's puzzle has defeated 3 opponents in a row, attempting to defeat a 4th for the win, but he has to face off against
oGs-TL Inca.
This is gonna be epic, man.
This is gonna be epic.
I think we're going to see on this map both players showing the second gas. They will show the gas, and I think we will see some sort of Blink Stalker play out of both players. It's not a good map for Blink Stalker counterattacks, but with the size of the map, you can do a lot with them. If the game becomes a base trade, it's so big the Stalkers have so much mobility that I think that it's a good choice to make.
Yeah, I think you're right. This is, of course, a map with a ramp, and then you have that secondary choke point as well with the rocks on it, so you can hold your expansion pretty easily too. So I think we're probably going to see a little bit longer game on this, despite it being PvP.
Yeah.
But something I wanted to point out, you were talking about Inca being the king of PvP, and that is his reputation, because you know, a few seasons ago I would have agreed with you, but he has fallen off of his PvP. He has gone down. He's only got, and it's still an impressive win rate, but he's only got something like 60% win rate in PvP now. And his last 2 series in Code S this season, went up against Oz, 2-1 loss. In Code A, just earlier this week, went up against Guinea Pig, and against Squirtle, and another 2-1 loss. So he has been losing his PvP lately.
Indeed. Double gases have been shown by both players, as I suspected. I think this is going to be such an epic match, Moltrap.
I hope so. I think so as well.
Now, when you see the second gas, of course you feel really comfortable to tech, but what tech choice we make? Notice that Puzzle made a Zealot, and that Zealot has been skipped by Inca, but Inca has opted to make a second gateway, whereas that is something that Puzzle has skipped. So you can see the variations in the build here. Inca playing it a little bit safer with the second gateway. Will he use it? Looks like the answer is no, and I like that choice. He's going to get a faster tech structure. Which one will that be? I think we're going to see Robo from Inca, and from Puzzle we see Twilight Council. And Inca actually is now starting his Stalkers and has not made any tech choices. This is really interesting by Inca. He's delayed himself here, and now he's getting his own Twilight Council. So, like I mentioned, Blink, very good for this map.
By the way, I was actually wrong. I looked it up again, and Inca still does retain a 70% win rate in PvP. So, not too bad. It's actually Puzzle who has a 60% win rate in PvP. So he's not bad either. Although, I guess I got to say the same for him. His last match was a loss against Parting.
Blink Stalkers have started. No Dark Templar play just yet. We may see something like that out of Inca. He's been known as the DC King.
Yeah.
And he actually has cut production here for a moment of Gateway units and Dark Shrine.
Yeah, he's been known to make Dark Templars.
Moltrap.
Even if it doesn't work over and over again against Nesty.
No robotics tech because he's going for Blink. So
my God.
This can sometimes be a game winner, but he does have the 1 sentry. That is everything. Everything depends on this sentry and the perhaps additional sentries he warps in, but he probably won't warp in additional sentries because he's trying to get that Stalker composition up. Everything will likely depend on this 1 sentry.
Oh my gosh.
And if that is the case, he can make 3 DTs, make an Archon, walk up the ramp, and get through with breaking the Force with the Archon if he wants to.
Oh yeah, that's true. That is true.
So this is a stressful situation. Hallucination attempt here by Puzzle. We're seeing the identical build to what he did before. Now this is going to be a DT expand by Inca because you absolutely just can't expand while you do this.
This is so scary. He could just... There's no sign of robotics facility. He's moved out of his base for an attack right now. There's a pylon in the bottom right of the map. He's going to be able to warp in DTs behind the army, and Puzzle will be out of position. The entire series may rest on these next few moments, on these DTs, we might see Inca win the series for his team simply by attacking with those two Dark Templar, but now he has to worry about this attack as well.
He does, and even if defensive DTs come in here with good micro, the Stalkers are going to be pretty good. He blinks up, and the Chrono is going down on those gateways. If he can target down the two pylons, he may be able to stop DTs. One DT does get warped in.
He is dealing with the DTs in his main base, though. They're killing all of his probes. It is all in here. It is a base trait, basically, and the DTs will have the advantage. Every probe is dying. He can't even produce a robo.
Oh, he doesn't have a lot of room to blink here. He does manage to blink across, though. One robo is being made in the middle of the map.
Oh my gosh, he's hoping that he can kill all of Inca's probes in time and do a trade.
The problem is if, beautiful force field.
Nice.
Beautiful force field by Puzzle. He's killing all the probes, and Motrap, he may be able to accomplish this. He actually may be able to do this.
Oh my god, he may be able to do it indeed. If no probes get out, no probes have survived. I don't think there's any probes on the map. Wait, no, there's still a few probes in the main there. Oh, he finds the robo with the Dark Templar, though. Oh, he's going to work on that robotics facility. Oh no, he needs to save it. He needs to get out one observer.
He cannot save it, Moltrap. There's not enough time. He cannot save it, and that will be it. Inca takes the final game.
Oh my gosh.
Puzzle's reign ends.
Puzzle did so well after Vines defeated several players. There's the GG! Ladies and gentlemen, Inca has done it with the Dark Templar Rush, clinching the epic series for old generation StarCrafters Team Liquid.
Did you see him
Puzzle?
He turned around, he put his jacket on his boots, he disappeared, man, just like a Dark Templar. He is a Dark Templar, and that is it. An anticlimactic victory, but a victory nonetheless for OGS-TL. Definitely an upset.
Definitely an upset indeed. Wow, absolutely amazing. Slayers has got to be so disappointed after coming back from that deep, deep hole, climbing their way out of it, getting to the verge of victory after such disappointing defeat, to have it finally, that hope snatched away from them at the very end. And they couldn't even see what was snatching it away.
He almost was able to pull it off too with really nice control on his Stalkers.
Yeah,
if his robo had been in a different location, actually.
Yeah, no, you're totally right. I actually was like, oh, he's just dead, but he actually almost did a probe trade. He almost pulled that off.
Because if he gets the Observer out, with Blink Stalkers against only probes and Zealots, he wins that fight every time. Even if there are DTs on the map, he kills them with a good Blink Micro, and he will win that game. So, anyways, that was not the case. We're going to have, you know, I would say definitely the MVP, despite Inca's clutch finish, is Vines here.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And we're going to have an interview with Vines and the Wind to basically congratulate them on their victory, ask them their thoughts about the series, because this was an epic series.
Yeah. Yes, indeed. And I'm actually going to have to double check the way the format works, but is Slayers eliminated now? Do you know?
They go
have
back
another
to a
shot,
secondary
right?
consolation match.
Yeah, there's a secondary consolation match, so Slayers is not out completely, but OGS is in the top 4 already.
Yeah.
And that's a big deal.
That's a big deal for them. A team who's historically not done very well in GSTL finally has their shot.
Yeah.
And Slayers, 2 seasons in a row, has not been looking as dominant as they had in the past. We're going to have our interview now, so look forward to that.
Yep. Yeah, there's no way that Vines is not the MVP, getting 4 wins for his team, defeating MMA, defeating most of the best players on Team Slayers.
Even able to win. He won on Crossfire against the Zerg. What?
Well,
that's the real story of today, guys. Like, I don't care what anyone says.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Lost on Crossfire.
I know.
Anyway, but yeah, he just played really well today. And, I got to say that I got to admit it. I was wrong. I take it back. I looked at his previous results. I looked at his previous play style, and I was like, this guy is garbage, and he has proven me completely wrong.
You also doubted Inca. Inca, he pulled through.
I did.
Stop being such a doubter.
I didn't doubt Inca as much as I didn't have as much confidence as you, because you were like, he's the king of PvP, he'll win a PvP, no doubt, and I'm like,
Well, I didn't feel that way necessarily, but I understood Wynn's choice. But anyway, we're going to jump into the interview now.
안녕하세요, 최지원입니다. 오늘 경기 정말 멀고도 힘든 경기였습니다. 오늘의 승리를 거둔 oGs-TL 팀 만나보겠습니다. 먼저 오늘의 MVP 선수시죠. 이상한 선수 정말 축하드립니다.
네, 감사합니다.
네, 오늘 팀을
Alright,
승리로
there's
이끌고
Vines. He
거기다
is in fact the
MVP까지
MVP.
실감이 나시나요?
당연히 예상하고 있었고요. 약간 올킬을 못해서 아쉽긴 하네요.
아, 네.
And
요즘 레더상에서 굉장히
he
유명하다고
says he
들었는데요.
expected to receive the
왜
MVP,
실력이
and
이렇게
he's
빨리 안
disappointed he couldn't receive the
드러났을까요?
all
어떻게
kill on his
생각하세요?
team, and
이유가
some of the fans
뭘까요?
actually chuckled at that.
Yeah.
그동안 테란전이 많이 약했었는데 요즘에 토스가 테라나 대 정말 좋아요. 그래서 이렇게 된 것 같아요.
네, 앞으로 좋은 모습 보여주시겠죠? 많이 기대해 보도록 하겠습니다.
He said that
또 개인적으로
recently
궁금한 게
he's been
있는데요. 혹시
pretty bad
롤모델이나
versus
닮고
Terran,
싶은 선수가
but
있다면
right now
어떤 선수가
Protosses are doing
있을까요?
very good against Terran, so I
아무래도
think that's why I was able to
예전에
win,
같은
some
팀이었던
games.
장진철 선수 닮고 싶죠.
아, 그러시군요. 장민철 선수의 빈자리를 확실히 채워주시고 계신데 앞으로 좋은 경기 기대해
He says
보겠습니다.
that he wants to
앞으로의
be
활약이
like
굉장히
MC,
기대됩니다.
who
오늘
was
올킬
until
약간
recently his
아쉽긴
teammate.
했지만 앞으로 더 좋은 모습 볼 수 있을 것
Cool is
같은데
trying to fill in that
GSL에서는
role.
언제쯤 모습을
They,
보여주실 예정이신가요?
I could see that actually. Yeah.
곧 코드 A 예선이 있거든요. 그때 무조건 올라갈 생각입니다.
네, 무조건 올라가겠다. 여러분 많이 기대해 주시고요.
And then
또
he's
다음 경기
saying
때도
that,
멋진 모습 보여주시길
he really wants to
바라겠습니다.
get into
그리고 오늘
Code A
박상익
from
감독님
Code B in
정말
next month's
축하드립니다.
preliminaries.
Yeah, I would.
And man, if he plays
감사합니다.
like he did
아,
today.
네.
got a shot.
감독님 오늘 마음 많이
got a shot.
졸이셨죠. 지난 경기 때도
Here
조금
is, of course,
불만족스럽다
the
이렇게
win.
얘기를
The coach of
하셨는데
OGS
오늘 경기
making
쉽지
those tough
않았습니다. 기분이
decisions
어떠신가요?
of which players to send out.
처음에 4대1 스코어에서 쉽게 끝날 줄 알았는데 이렇게 또 마지막 세트까지 올 줄은 몰랐는데요. 너무 긴장됐어요.
네, 저도 정말 긴장됐었는데요. 오늘
I thought
이상한
it'd be an
선수가
easy win today,
이렇게까지
but
잘해줄 거라고
unfortunately,
예상하셨나요?
It
솔직히
made me really
어느
nervous
정도
that
예상을
things
많이
got as close
했었거든요.
as they
제가
did.
경기하기 전에도 이제 오늘 네가 한 건 보여주는 날이라고 그런 얘기를 했었어요. 오늘 그 바람이 이루어져서 굉장히 기분 좋습니다.
네, 감독님의 예상이 마저 떨어졌군요. 역시
Before the
감독님이
matches, he
믿어주시니까 선수도
told
더 잘할
Inca
수 있었던
today
것
is the
같아요.
day for you to show
오늘
your
마무리
true
멋지게 해준
skill,
송준혁
and he was
선수도
able to
칭찬
do
한번
that. He feels
해주시죠.
very happy for him. I
마지막에
guess
빌드
Inca's true skill
때문에
is going dark shrine and winning.
엇갈리면 또 굉장히 좀 안 좋을 수가 있어 좀 걱정을 했는데
His true skill is
그래도
DT rush.
빌드도 괜찮았고
This is
No
true skill,
detection.
man.
장으로서
He's
역할도
been
멋지게
pretty
해준
good
것
with those
같아서
in the
너무
past, except
자랑스럽습니다.
against ST.
네, 좋은 모습 보여주신 송준혁
When he
선수
saw him
다음
produce
경기도
Dark Templar, he
기대하겠습니다.
got really
이제
nervous.
승자전에서 강팀인 MVP 팀을
Obviously,
만나게
it
되었습니다.
ended up working
요즘
out, though. It was a
MVP
very good
팀
build.
기세가 굉장한데 어떻게 준비하실 생각인지
He feels
궁금합니다.
like they, Inca, as
뭐
we
어느
all
팀이든
do,
뭐
was very lucky
기세가
today.
좋았다가 뭐 안 좋았다가 할 수 있는 건데 저희도 저희만의 좋은 기세를 가지고 있다고 생각을 하고요.
That's the most stressful thing as a
저희끼리
coach when you
팀원끼리
see a
잘
build
연구해서
done that you do
준비
not
잘 하도록
plan. You're like,
하겠습니다.
that's not what I told
네,
him to do.
승자전도 기대해 보도록 하겠습니다. 이상 오늘
Today's
정말
win's
기분
going to
좋은
make the
승리를
flow
거둔
of our
oGs-TL을
team
만나봤습니다.
much better for us.
저는 내일 다시
We're going to feel
찾아뵙겠습니다.
better about our future matches, especially our next match. So
There you go. Yeah, definitely a confidence booster there for OGS. And man, they've actually skimmed by the
skin of their
barest of margins in both their team league matches. But we're going to take a look at the results again. A little bit of a recap, just in case you forgot.
yeah.
Ryung started off strong. His team thought he was going to all kill. He said, I want to get as many wins as possible. And then Vines cleaned the crap up.
Yeah.
4 wins in a row. Puzzle almost killed everyone, but in the end, Inca, with the DT rush against no observers, was able to take the win.
And here is the schedule for tomorrow. Obviously, we've got 2 new players going through here, so
Yep, this is week 5.
yeah, it's going to be IM versus StarTale. So it should be pretty exciting. These teams, big rivals in Korea, bigger than most people know from their previous team league encounters and also with their players in actual individual leagues. So huge rivalry between these teams. A lot of their star players are out on events this weekend, so we'll see how
Yeah.
these 2 teams collide.
That'll be interesting. And yeah, and remember, of course, it is going to be on a Saturday here in Korea, so that means tomorrow's matches are going to be a little bit earlier in the day, 4 hours earlier than normal, I believe. So make sure you tune in.
It will be at 2 p.m. Korean Standard Time. You were exactly right, 4 hours early.
So, you know what? If you're on the west coast of the United States, I believe that's 9 p.m. or something like that. So you can, what else you can do on a Friday night? You can watch some StarCraft. Anyway, that's going to do it for us for today. Ended up being an epic match. Tune in for the epic match tomorrow, hopefully. We hope you enjoyed it.
Yep.
I'm Moltrap with Ms. Wolf.
See you guys next time.